So speaking of your Royal Enfield, you sent me a little link to a story about a tariff that's been imposed on motorcycles.
Except for a few manufacturers, most of the bikes in the U.S. are foreign made, or foreign bikes, and so it's bound to make waves in the market. I know it's certainly going to affect some of the
It's 25% across the board, right?
pretty much across the board, and that's, I mean, obviously it's to help Harley, and that's fine and dandy or whatever. I'm not a Harley guy. I don't knock Harley, they're cool bikes or whatever. But what I will say is, poor Royal Enfield, because they have made inroads in the United States. They've had an unbelievable couple of years of sales, selling these, cafe racer. Everybody calls them hipsters or whatever, but single
Yeah,
cylinder, 2-cylinder max, 350, 450 displacement bikes that are just kind of low hanging fruit, easy, low cost bikes.
that
And
look
now they're
cool.
not low cost. Somehow Harley's got to tap into that. Somehow Harley has got to choke it down and make a low cost entry level motorcycle.
My fear actually is that these manufacturers just kind of abandon the American market because if you look at global sales, America is really not a big market for them. Most of their bikes are sold in India and Asian countries and whatever. I mean, if you look at the list, I think America's barely in the top 20 as far as like global sales. So obviously Harley's the big dog here in America anyway. I don't know. I don't want it to happen where, we get less choice because these companies decide, well, it's not fair, it's not competitive, and they just roll the carpet up and go home, take their ball and go home.
Well, to me, talking about that, what I think is going to actually happen? What's actually going to happen is used motorcycles are going to skyrocket. We live in this golden age where for $2,000, you can buy a 2009 Gixxer 1000, or whatever, and, ride, with your flip flops and go crazy,
Yeah.
and be your squiddiest squid for no money. Because we live in this magical time where bikes develop so well, and we've had them, so great for so long. I think the used motorcycle market and the parts market will probably be where we see an uptick in the next couple of years.